Welcome back to the channel. In my last tutorial, I was teaching on a topic called sword, and I focused on the rules and the guidelines that will help us in this sword, that will help us to tackle the question of sword. But today, I will try to teach on the topic called reduction of sword, like reduction of sword to its own basic form, so that whenever they give you question to reduce form to its own basic form, or to change a sword which was already in its own basic form to its original form, you know what to do. And this place, I will teach you on the steps you're going to follow in doing it. So let's get started. In number one, let's say if you are given an expression to express root 125. If you ask you to express root 125 in its own basic form, you know that root 125 can also be said to be root 25 times 5. Why do we use root 25 times 5? We use root 25 times 5 in the sense that 25 is a perfect square. That's one of the conditions here. One of the conditions is that you must make one of these roots a perfect square. What is a perfect square? Perfect square is what you do, that what you like once you find the square root of that number is going to give you a whole number. That is a perfect square. So in this place now, 25 is a perfect square. And what number can you multiply by 25 to give you 125? You notice that the number we used here was 5. So 5 times this will give us 25. And this 25 can also be further be expressed. You know that square root of 25 will give us 5. But if you don't want to write it in that way, you want to break it in a simpler way, whereby it will be clear for you. You can say that this is something like saying root 25 times root 5. In this case now, you know that square root of 25 is something as saying 5. Since square root of 25 is something as saying 5, here now you don't need to do any further expression. What you just do is to go to your root 5 and bring it down like that. You now have root 5. That is, you have to say that root 125 is still equals to that is 5 root 5. That means these two expressions are the same thing. Root 125 is equals to 5 root 5. So let's go to question number 2. In question number 2, let me say you were given an expression to say reduce root 300. If they tell you to reduce root 300 to its own basic form, you don't need to bother yourself. What you have to do here is that you have to make this one of these value use and multiply root 300 to make it a perfect square. And what are these perfect squares talking about? Let's use root 10 times root 10. If you use 10 times 10 to give you 20, you still have another thing I'll make it to be give you 100. And what are you going to multiply it that will give you 300? The only thing that you're going to multiply it that will give you 300 is 3. Now say times root 3. So 10 times, since 10 times 10 is 100, you have been that root 100 is same thing as saying root 10 times 10 is same thing as saying root 100. Then you now multiply it with your root 3. And here now, what are the square root of 100? If you press your calculator, you know that square root of 100 is what? 10. So you write the 10 down. When you write the 10 down, what is remaining is your root 3. So you just bring down your root 3. So you have that your final answer is 10 root 3. So we can write in the form that root 300. Can write it in the form that root 300 is same thing as saying that 10 root 3. Okay, let's go to question number 4. In question number 4, if you are given an expression, like here now, you were not given an expression in its original term. Here now you are given an expression to its basic form. Now this expression, let me give you the expression. This expression, they tell you to find 5 root 5. This 5 root 5 now is already in its basic form, but you are changing this 5 root 5 to its original form. So what are you expected to do here? The only thing you're expected to do here is to multiply this 5 that is outside by 5 by saying root 5 times 5. So root 5 times 5, after multiplying it by 5, you also put that this root 5 that was already given to you, which is 5. So after writing this expression like this, just multiply the 2 5 inside. This 5 times 5, which will give you 25, that is something as saying root 25. So when you have written root 25, you also write your word root 5. So multiply this 25 by 5, you have that your final answer, that is 25 times 5, will give you root 125. So you now have that if equation is being given to you in its basic form, you can change it back to its original form. You already have that your answer is what? Root 125. Therefore, we can say that 5 root 5 is equal to root 125. Okay, let's get to question number 5. In question number 5, here we are given 6 root 2. We are given 6 root 2. In this now, if you are given 6 root 2, what are the things you are expected to solve in this 6 root 2? Like I said initially, the only thing you are being required to do here is to just multiply the 6, being in the root form, try to put it in root form to make it to look nice. You only do that. This is the same thing as saying root 6 times 6 times root 2. Once you have expressed it in this way, you now have that your 6 times 6, which will give you 36, that is root 36. It will give you root 36. Then also multiply that root 36 by what? Root 2. When you multiply root 36 by root 2, you have that 36 times 6, 36 times 2 will give you 72. That means your final answer is root 72. This is how to change equation when it's being given to you from its basic form to original form, and from its original form to its basic form. But in a case whereby you are being given a question like this, they give you a question saying 3 root 2. If you are given the question, say 3 root 2 times 5 root 2. They told you to express this thing now as a single sword. Okay, expressing this 3 root 2 times 5 root 2, you don't need to bother yourself. The only thing you need to know that here, you just multiply your 3 by 5 by saying 3 times 5, which will give you 15. That is, you say 3 times 5, which is equals to 15. Since 3 times 5 is equals to 15, you leave it aside. Then another thing you have to do is you do root 2. You do your root 2 times root 2. Once you do your root 2 times root 2, this is same thing as saying root 4. This is equals to root 4. If you don't want to go straight, you can just press in calculator root 2 times root 2 to give you 2. But breaking it further, you just have to do root 2. Here is 2 times 2, which will give you 4. Then we now have your root form, and square root of 4 is same thing as saying 2. So going to your initial place where you have your 15, for you to get your final answer now, you now have that 15 times 2 is equals to what? 30. That is 3 since 15 times 2 is equal to 30. This is your final answer. So you can state it by saying 3 root 2 times 5 root 2 is equal to 30. So we have come to the end of this tutorial today. In my next tutorial, I'll be teaching you guys on addition and subtraction of surd. So just